Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me again for another episode of Kim, Barefoot in the Kitchen. My name is Kim. This is my fake cooking show where we cook really good food for really good people like you in my really small kitchen. Today we are going to make peanut sauce, and then with the peanut sauce we're going to use it as dipping for Vietnamese salad rolls, which I'm going to teach you how to make. They're super easy. Don't ever shy away from making them. And they are really good for your weekly meal prep. They keep really well in the fridge, and so don't shy away from them. Really do make them. They're super easy. We're also going to use the sauce in spicy noodles, spicy peanut noodles. Oh, my friends love those. They often ask me to make them for them. So that's what we're going to do today. That is what is on the show for today. Not much new happening since I saw you last. I was out at the coffee roaster getting coffee, and he gave me 3 coffee trees. They're small. I planted them, and so depending on when COVID is finished and over and people can start traveling again, when you come to visit me, I might be able to serve you some of my homegrown, fresh roasted, organic coffee. So let's get going. I'll read you down the list of ingredients. We're going to make the peanut sauce first, and then we'll move on and do the salad rolls, have a taste test, and then do the rice noodles, the spicy peanut rice noodles. Okay, for the peanut sauce, we want a 1/2 cup of peanut butter. That's 125 grams. You can use homemade peanut butter. If you make your own peanut butter, make sure that you roast those peanuts ahead of time and then make it. One time I was having a hard time sourcing peanut butter here, and I bought Planters peanut butter. Don't use it for this recipe. It's not great peanut butter. Okay, so a 1/2 cup peanut butter of your choice. The higher quality the peanut butter, the better this is going to taste. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce or tamari sauce, and I am using Bragg's liquid soy seasoning because it's gluten-free. And 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. You can make this oil-free if you want, if you're like cutting calories, but I don't know, nah. I always put sesame oil in it. It just adds a depth of flavor that to me is really important. 1 medium lime. I don't have a medium lime, so I'm using 2 smaller ones. And I know that they're not the juiciest, so that's why I'm using 2. We're just going to use the juice inside and some of the zest. 2 cloves of garlic, or 3. You all know your tolerance of garlic, so 2 or 3, whatever you like. 1-inch piece of fresh ginger, and you're going to use a spoon just to scrape the skin off of that, right? Don't use a knife, you'll lose too much of your ginger. And then you want 2 to 3 tablespoons of sriracha sauce. This is Heinz sriracha sauce. You'd think that I could get better here, but this is the only one that I could find that was gluten-free. So if you have celiac disease or you're sensitive to gluten, be careful with your sriracha sauce because a lot of them do use flour as a binder. This one happened to be gluten-free, so that's what I'm using. 2 to 3 tablespoons, and then up to a 1/2 cup of water to thin the sauce because it will be super thick. I always use about 1/4 cup, and that is fine for what I'm doing. Okay, I'll run it down for you one more time. Assemble your ingredients, and then we'll do this together. It's super easy. You just put it in your magic bullet or your blender or your food processor. Would that work? No, I think you need a blender or a magic bullet for this one. 1/2 cup of peanut butter, that's 125 grams. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce or tamari sauce or coconut aminos, soy aminos. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. 1 medium lime, you want the zest and the juice. 2 cloves of garlic, 1-inch piece of fresh ginger, 2 tablespoons of sriracha sauce, 2 to 3 tablespoons. If you have a tongue that cannot handle any spice, then just 1 or even a 1/2 tablespoon is fine. I definitely do 3. I was making this for friends that I know really like spicy, and I did 5 tablespoons of sriracha sauce. Okay, go get your things together and come back and we will zip this up in the blender or the magic bullet. do this. Let's put it all together. In my jar, I already have my peanut butter. And I have, this is my zester from IKEA. It works really well. I don't have one of those handy presser juicers, so what I do is I just roll that lime around so that it's nice and soft, and then I use a fork. And I just go at it with a fork, and it gets the juice out. These, unfortunately, are not the juiciest limes. And I go back and buy limes next time, and I have to ask the vendor to give me some juicier ones. And fresh is best. I mean, you can use the bottled lime juice, but it just tastes a little bit different. I like fresh everything when I'm cooking. And it's just very organic, hey? When you've got the ingredients in your hand and you can squeeze your lemons or your limes yourself. You know really what's going into the food that you're cooking. Oh, speaking of food and random acts of kindness, a friend of mine dropped off a whole watermelon, and which is pretty exciting. I love watermelon, but I don't always get around to finding one to buy myself. Anyway, she dropped one off, and I thought, what am I going to do with this watermelon? So I used a spoon and I scooped out the watermelon meat, the watermelon itself, and the seeds, and I put it in my industrial blender, which it's kind of like a fake Vitamix, but not near as good. Anyway, I zipped it all up, seeds and all, and it made the most beautiful watermelon juice that I've been using as a base for my smoothies. If you can get a watermelon, I highly recommend don't put the rind in, put the red part of the watermelon and the seeds. Put it all together in your blender, zip it up really, really, really good, and then I drank it and it was amazing. It was so good. And then I've been using it as a base, as I said, for my smoothies in the morning. And then I froze some of it. And then the evening when I want, sometimes in the evening you just need a little bit of a pick-up. You want a little bit of sweet. And then I go and grab a couple scoops of the frozen watermelon, and oh yeah, it's good. Anyway, I digress. Let's get going here. So we've got our peanut butter and our lime. Let's put in 3 tablespoons of your soy sauce or your tamari. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And a tablespoon of sesame oil. I love sesame oil. So good in a stir fry. Good, that is over there. And our garlic. And our ginger. Sriracha. Sriracha. Taste your sriracha first, right before you start putting in tablespoons of it. If you've got a really, really hot one, you're probably not going to want 3 tablespoons. So taste it first. Mine is not super hot. In fact, the Thai people don't find it to be hot at all. It's spicy. I'm going to add 4. But if you've got a super, super hot chili sriracha sauce, then you make sure that you just put in according to your own personal taste bud preference. Okay. And I know that's going to be really thick, so I'm going to add a half a cup of water. If you were just going to use this for noodles, I'm not sure that I would put water, maybe 1/8 of a cup. There we go. Yeah, that's about right. That looks good. And I'm going to pop this on my magic bullet. It usually takes not even a minute. Okay, let's give it a taste. Sometimes I get it right the first time. Sometimes it needs another go around. It depends on the peanut butter that I'm using. And the ginger, like it's hard to get exactly 1 inch of ginger for me because I don't have a ruler in my kitchen. So sometimes I have to go back and add in a little bit more ginger, a little bit more garlic, a little bit more sesame oil. So if it doesn't taste exactly like wow the first time, just play a little bit with the seasonings. Don't be afraid. Let's have a taste test. Oh gosh darn, that's good. Wow. Woohoo. Yum. When you make this, you'll see. It's really hard to not just stand and eat it with a spoon. But we're not going to do that, so we've got other things to do. Let's decant some of this because we're going to use it as dipping sauce for our Vietnamese rolls. I love making Vietnamese rolls because they're easy. And you can use whatever vegetables that you have on hand. I mean, not like crucifers, not like broccoli or cauliflower. But what I'm using today, I've got some nice lettuce. I've got mint here. I've got some cilantro. So cilantro, mint, we're going to use a little bit of cucumber, some carrot. I've got some shredded cabbage here. And I've got, these are really good, right? Peppers in your salad rolls. So for your cucumber and your carrot, if you are meticulous and you've got a good knife, which I don't, so I use a different method. So if you've got a good knife and you've got time, you can cut your carrot and your cucumber into matchsticks. I don't have a good knife, so I use this. And it's dirty because I just made a bunch of these and the dipping sauce for the RTO. And I've come home and now I'm going to make them for you. So I use this. I love this. It's serrated like that, right? And I just do this with the cucumber. So easy. So easy. And you get nice strips. Lovely, lovely. Fresh cucumber in a salad roll. Yum, yum. And you can use whatever you think. You don't have to have all of this stuff. And then I just put it in my bowl here. Same with the carrot. You can tell that this carrot's been had a bit of love already today. But I'm just making a few more just to teach you guys. And then I'm going to clean all of this up. So then you get the nice, lovely shredded carrot. Matchstick, carrot, and cucumber. You can make it work, but you got to be super, like, those matchsticks have to be very matchsticky because you don't want a big clump of carrot in your salad. This is the rice paper wrappers that I use. They are made in Vietnam. The ones that are made in Vietnam are really, really good. But also, there are differing qualities. So this has got, you can see it's fairly sturdy. If you can find these where you live, go ahead and buy these ones. I can vouch for them. They work really, really well. I have used other paper that, wow, it just seemed to be really hard to roll. So these are good. So you want water to soak your rice paper in. This water is hot. It's not boiling, but it's hot. Okay, rice paper in the water, 5 seconds. You want it to be still really sturdy. Your surface should be a little bit wet, otherwise it's going to stick like crazy. You want a little bit of lettuce on there. You want some pretty lettuce because you want nice presentation, hey? And I'm going to put some fresh mint. I've made these with fresh basil as well, really good. And I've got some cilantro from my garden and some carrot and cucumber. You don't want to make a burrito, so don't put a lot. Less is more, really. Less is more. A little bit of cabbage, and I've got some fresh peppers on here. If you're going to put meat on here, go ahead. Now, the other thing that I kind of like, little surprise, just a few crunchy peanuts. And the bottom third of these, you can see, is empty. And I take my finger, I grab the ingredients, and I hold it, and I fold it over. Just one fold, and then the sides come in. And then give it another fold. There you go. Isn't that pretty? And they're so delicious. They're so fast and easy to make. Let's do another one. Okay. I have to go buy some more of these. I've got like one more left after this one. Don't ever put your rice paper in the water and walk away thinking that you've got time to do something else. You don't. I think that mistake a couple times today. And here we go. We've got some lettuce. I'm running out of lettuce because it's been a big day of making these. I've got my herbs in there. Yum. I also like to put, at the market I can get fresh corn on the cob. It's super cheap. It's already steamed up, and then I just slice it off, put it in these, and tastes really yummy. A few little peanuts, homegrown organic green onions, snip snip, and bottom quarter empty. Grab your filling, roll it over. The sides come in next, and give it a roll. That easy. And they're delicious and they're pretty. Isn't that nice? You can, yeah. Let's have a taste. Should we make one more? I'll do one more for you just so that you got some. I will do two more because that's how many sheets I've got left. Okay, in the water, 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want it to still be sturdy. Down it goes. I should have gotten some more lettuce. That's okay. We can do all of this other good stuff here. Your herbs and your shredded. I've got a little bit of corn there. A few little peanuts. Yum, yum. Some fresh pepper. And bottom quarter is empty. And we're going to hold our ingredients, fold it over, great. Sides come in, sides come in. Continue to roll. And these are impressive to make for a luncheon or a supper. Or a random acts of kindness. You show up with peanut sauce and salad rolls for somebody. They'll be like, what? That's awesome. Okay. So your bottom quarter or third is free of ingredients, and then you start layering. You don't want to layer all the way across. Mine is just, so this is my paper is about this big. My ingredients are here, right in the middle. You don't want a long burrito. They fall apart. They're hard to eat. Don't do burritos. I've taught classes on this already, like people in my home, how to make these. And people end up with these huge burritos, and then I say, okay, I'd like to see you, I want to watch you eat that. And it all falls apart, and they're like, oh, yeah. So you just want a little bit right in the middle. And what else do I want here? A few little of these. Snip, snip. Great. Okay, pick it up. Your fingers go in. Woo! Just like that. The sides go over, sides go over. And keep rolling. Beautiful. Wonderful. Isn't that tasty? Let's have a taste test. You grab your Vietnamese salad roll and your peanut sauce. Here we go. Oh, I know this is going to taste good. Except I want this one over here, the one I started with. These other three I'm going to have for supper tonight. And sometimes with these I will get the vermicelli and put vermicelli noodles inside. That they are really filling if you put some vermicelli noodles inside. They look nice too. But 4 of these is my max. Because it's all vegetables, they will fill you up really fast. When I make these for the friends who are not vegetarians, I will add ground pork that's really, really spicy with chilies, or ground chicken. Anyway, I'm vegetarian, we won't do that here. So let's give it a go in the sauce. And so good. Holy smokes, these are so good. Love it. Now I'm going to dip the other end. I hope you guys make these, because they are super good. Love it. It's so fresh and a little bit spicy. And it's just, man, this is amazing. Okay. I'm going to grab something to drink, and then we're going to move on to the spicy peanut noodles. So you can see that for these, they work well for your meal prep. Go ahead, put them in your container. Don't pack them in there, because if you pack them in there, you'll have to pull them apart and you will pull the rice paper wrapper apart. I have done these for meal prep, where I take 2 sheets of rice paper and I wrap them with 2 sheets of rice paper. And they are super sturdy, that way they will last a few days in your fridge. I don't expect that these are going to last for very long in my fridge, so 1 layer of rice paper is going to be okay. So with your spicy noodle salad, I recommend that you use rice noodles. Don't use spaghetti noodles for this, otherwise you're making, no, it doesn't work. Don't do it. My rice noodles I get from the market here. And there we go. That's what my rice noodles look like. And you can tell they're fresh rice noodles. You can go ahead and get noodles from the grocery store, rice noodles, if you don't have access to these. Do not boil your rice noodles. What I do is I boil water in my kettle, and I put how many rice noodles that I want in a bowl, and I pour some hot water over them and then some cold water over them, so that the water is not like boiling hot, but it is like pretty warm to the touch. And I just let them sit in that water for, I don't know, 10 minutes. Just check them every now and again, because you don't want a crunchy noodle, but you don't want a noodle that's going to fall apart, because you want it to hold up underneath the sauce. This recipe is awesome because you can make cold rice noodle salad, cold spicy peanut rice noodle salad, or you can serve it hot. You just want to make sure that your noodles are hot, and you can warm up your sauce in a pot, poured over. I've served it both ways, and people rave about it both ways. Sometimes people ask, like, please can you make us spicy peanut noodles? So let's go. The ingredients are just about the same as you would use for the Vietnamese salad rolls. So I want some shredded carrot. Man, this is one of my favorite tools. I'm sure that you can find them on Amazon. This one is getting a little bit dull. I really should buy a new one. But we want some nice, long shredded. And you know, the food processor doesn't work. You get like short little pieces of shredded carrot, which is fine if you're going to make a carrot cake. But you want something that's going to stand up to these noodles, so you want some long pieces like that. Okay, let your imagination go wild. Whatever vegetable that you like, then use it. If you want all cooked vegetables, then go ahead and saute them, and then you'll have a hot saute salad. Hot sauteed salad is okay too. So I've got my carrots in here. Add them to this bowl. Get rid of this big bowl. And use whatever herbs you've got on hand or no herbs. Some people just don't like herbs, whatever works for you. I've got some nice fresh mint. Wow, it smells so good. Mint in salads, mint in everything. In tea, love mint. And I've got some cilantro. I'll use my handy dandy, not sharp knife. And just give it a chop. Don't chop it too fine. Okay, that's going to go in my little dish here along with some snips of my organic. So excited. I've got pumpkin. Oh, the friends are so good to me. It's unreal. They planted pumpkin for me and these awesome spring onions. What else do I have out there right now? Kale and cilantro. That's what I know of. We'll see what else comes up. So if you can get corn like this, or you've got your own corn that you can do corn on the cob, I like to buy it at the market like this because I don't really have a pot big enough to do corn on the cob. Anyway, these bricks of this corn in spring rolls taste really, really good. Can vouch for that. This is a super healthy recipe. The more vegetables that you put in, the better. And let your imagination go wild on. You could do broccoli and cauliflower in this as well. That would be totally fine. But I'm making curry tomorrow, so I'm saving my broccoli and cauliflower for that. Now the other thing that I really like in this salad is peppers. So I have put my peppers under the broiler. And then let them cool, and the skin slides right off because you don't really want pepper skin in your salad. And a green one for color. Yum, yum. Beautiful red peppers. This is going to look really pretty. We're going to have yellow and green. We're going to have almost all the primary colors. No blue though. That'd be gross. Okay. Well, let's do it. This is so easy. My goodness. This makes a perfect brunch meal, supper meal, meal prep, whatever. Just going to loosen up these noodles a little bit. And we're ready to assemble. This is so easy. And it's so delicious. Oh, the friends just love it so much. Okay, my noodles go in the bowl. There we go. I don't know. I just like playing with them. And then our vegetables, go ahead and add them in. Our herbs are in there. My hands are clean. Give it a good toss, give it a good mix before you put your peanut sauce on, because it's harder to work with after that sauce is on. After that sauce is on, you're sort of like committed to whatever's in here. And I think I want some more of these nice herbs. Oh, sweet. Isn't that gorgeous? It's beautiful. Fresh. It just is so, it just screams of freshness. Put whatever you want in it. It's all good. These are my new mixing chopsticks. One of the friends made them for me. He made me a bamboo bench that's really awesome. I love it. In the morning, I sit out in the sun with my coffee, my bamboo bench, nice little table beside me. Anyway, he had some bamboo left over and he made me these awesome mixing sticks. Okay. Now, do you have a plate handy? And some chopsticks or a fork, whatever works for you. And let's add our peanut sauce. Go easy, because you want to maybe save some of this for the salad rolls that you're going to whip up tomorrow. Hopefully you didn't overcook your rice noodles and they're still standing up. Mine are al dente. Mine are perfect. They are not hard, they're not soft. This looks amazing. Yay! This is awesome. Come on, all the good stuff is at the bottom of the bowl. Did I put enough peanut sauce on? Let's check it out. These are the slurpiest noodles. Yep. Wow, just about perfect. Just another couple tablespoons. And good. Slurpy, slurpy peanut noodles. Yum. Okay. So go ahead and put some on your plate. That's about enough for me. And don't forget a little bit of chopped peanuts for that crunch. And here we go. Let us have a taste test. There we go. Wow, these are so good. They are absolutely delicious. They look lovely. Make this for your friends. They will love it. Make it and keep it in your fridge for your meal prep for the week. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Cooking with Kim. These recipes are really fresh. They're so delicious. They're so good for you. To me, they're a perfect 10 out of 10. Love the sauce. And the sauce is great. It'll keep it in the fridge for a couple weeks. And then you can do your fresh salad rolls every day or make enough to last for 3 days. And then you've got your dipping sauce for each day with your rolls. I keep this in the fridge too because it's really quick to make this noodle recipe. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I had fun. I don't know why it took me so long to make this one for you guys, but now it's done. Please send me a message and let me know if you tried it. Let me know if you tried any other of my recipes. I will also post the tutorial for the cake I did. I promised somebody that I would post it, and that was like 3 weeks ago. Sorry. I will get it posted today. And I hope you make the cake. Oh, the cake is awesome. There's 2 options with it. It's fast, it's easy, it's delicious. The friends love it when I make it for them. They're just like, oh, yay. Cake, cake, cake. So this is it. This is Kim saying goodbye for now. I had fun with you guys, and I miss you all. And I hope that you're doing okay. Send me a message. Hit the like button. Let me know if you like the tutorial. You can leave a comment at the bottom. I love reading those comments. Those are fun. I also like it when you send me an email or an Instagram message or a Facebook message and let me know what you made for my recipes and how they turned out for you. And there's a tutorial up for it's a dupe for the kind protein nut bars. Those are super easy and so delicious to make. People have made those and said that they really, really enjoyed them. They're super fast and they're good for you too. So anyway, having a hard time saying goodbye to you all today, but I do have to go and clean up this mess and get on to my next project. So this is Kim saying goodbye for now, and I'll see you next time.